Let me tell you something. This man right here, this man is an absolute unit. Hello. Welcome to whatever I end up calling this. My name's Travis Hudson, and I'm just going to talk to myself for a little while because I'm just some young white kid and I think I'm funny. I guess that's probably the only reason. I don't know why anybody else would start a podcast. It's definitely not for the money because it's going to take a while before this makes any money. If ever, this might be awful. Nobody might ever want to listen to this. So, also, you're probably going to be able to hear me breathe. Yuck, dude. Yuck. Could you imagine just listening to somebody breathe every now and then as I continue to breathe? What kind of fucking audacity do I have? Now, I don't really have much planned to talk about. I just want to do this. I'm going to be doing some other stuff while I talk to myself, because if I just sat here and talked alone for however long, 30 minutes is what I'm going to try to do, I'd probably lose my goddamn mind. If I was just staring at waveforms for 30 minutes, I'd probably lose it. I'd probably storm the Capitol, you know? Can I say that? Is that a felony? I mean, people did it and walked out not getting arrested. People stole stuff, so I feel like I'll be fine. So that is also going to date when I record this, because that just happened yesterday. People walked in to the Capitol, took stuff, and dipped, and nothing happened. Nothing really happened to most people, because there were thousands of people there, and one person died and no other serious injuries. That's crazy. That's crazy that they walked into a federal building and nothing happened. But just to tell you a little bit about myself, because I don't know if anyone is going to be a stranger listening to this in the future. Who knows? My friends probably won't even like this. My name's Travis. I'm a young man. I'm pretty secretive, as you can tell. I don't really know what to say about myself. I'm kind of a nerd. Play a lot of video games, watch a lot of anime. I read books sometimes, like the biggest nerd possible. If you read books, you're just built different. I guess I'm just built different. My one book a year really changes you. Man, I really should have wrote down more of what to talk about. I've got a couple notes. God, I'm so funny. Dude, trying to remember something, but you're gonna need to remember the next day, but you're half asleep in bed and you just type a couple words into a note to remember. Those are the funniest things in the world to deduce. Because I wrote this a couple days ago. I just wrote manifestos, holy shit. What was I talking about? I'm just gonna whisper. Okay, dude. That's probably terrible. I'm so sorry. I should cut that out. I probably won't. I'm probably not gonna cut anything out. I'll get rid of some silence, and that's it. Mind your own business. I'm kind of lazy. I'm kind of nervous. My heart's beating really fast. Is yours? Why was I thinking about manifestos? I think it's because I saw somebody release a manifesto for this Capitol storming, which is crazy to think about. I should double check that, just so I'm not spreading fake news. I looked up Capitol storming manifesto, and the first result was the Communist Manifesto. New York Times, what are you talking about? No, I guess nobody published a manifesto. Oh, right, I'm just Googling it. I gotta go to 4chan or something to find a manifesto. If you publish a manifesto on Reddit or 4chan especially, prison, right then and there. I don't care what's in the manifesto. If you have an idea for a manifesto that you feel needs to be on 4chan, prison. Because a manifesto is plan, or is it you're gonna do something? I should look up what a manifesto is. Also, do you guys hearing my keyboard? I don't know if you can actually hear it. So a manifesto is a public declaration of policy and aims, especially when issued before an election by a political party or candidate. So which party are we saying stormed the White House? Are we saying the Republican Party did it, or something else? Trump Party, Fascist Party? I don't want this to be a political podcast. I don't want to talk about this that much. I don't know why I'm going so deep into it. But when has anybody ever published a manifesto online? Not a serious one. And anything good has happened because of it. If anyone can show me one proof, I'll drop this right now. But if you can't, I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. That's a baseless claim, but I really believe it. Believe it wholeheartedly. But I'll be the first to say I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Man, there are a lot of sounds I realize I'm making that I hope aren't getting picked up. I keep thinking about my breathing. I'm breathing so slow. I gotta pull it together. I don't think this is political, but it's in a similar vein of dating when this is being recorded. But not too long ago, I'd say like 2 weeks ago at this point, people were starting to get the COVID-19 vaccine for the first time. People like hospital workers and people who currently have the virus, I think, were getting it. And so this nurse posted on Reddit, here's my bandage. I just got the COVID-19 vaccine. So I made up a joke, right? A funny joke that said in the comments I wrote, how does it feel to have 5G coursing through your veins? Now that's funny. I think that's really funny because that's not a real conspiracy. Nobody really thinks that. But so many people were talking about 5G during the beginning of the pandemic that it's like a funny callback, right? Nobody's still talking about 5G. Nobody cares, really. It's like, it's gonna happen. Now the little icon on my screen is gonna say 5G, not 4G. Oh my God, I'm being chipped, right? I don't think that's happening anywhere. But people on Reddit hated that comment. That was the only Reddit post comment I've ever made that got disliked. I got downvoted hard. I think I got 20 downvotes in the first day, and it just keeps getting more. A couple people replied back and said if I really believed that, they were gonna kill themselves. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, go ahead, it's your choice, but don't do that. That's a bit extreme. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'd kill myself. Who knows? Okay, I do a weird thing sometimes that I should probably go to therapy for. We should all go to therapy, but I should go to therapy for this specifically. Every now and then I'll do something really small, and I have some command hooks in my closet with masks on them because, we live in a pandemic. Life's crazy, but I still got to go to work. I work a retail job, so bills got to get paid. Rent's got to be made, that kind of thing. And the light was off in the closet, and I just grabbed the first one, and I said, if this isn't the black one, I'll bet my life on it. Okay, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Nobody was in the room. I was alone. I'm talking to myself in that moment, just like I am now. Nobody's around. And the mask was blue. It was dark blue. Now, I feel like I subtly do that as an excuse to kill myself. Just as an easy way out. It's said I bet my life on it. What am I gonna go back on my word? I can't do that. Can't go back on my word. I bet my life on it. I got it in my life right now. That's one of the most unhealthy things you can do, right? Look for excuses to kill yourself. That's not okay. I can't do that. What am I doing? So anyways, I'm gonna bet my life that this podcast is gonna be funny. That was awful. I can't believe I just said that. But I did do it. Jesus Christ, what was that? I just lost my mind for a second there. Dude, I'm scrambling for content here. I'm going through Twitter drafts. I've got way too many Twitter drafts. I've got probably 100 because, I said it earlier. I am very passionate about politics, but I don't like to make things always about politics. And so a lot of these drafts are about politics that I just don't want to put out because I feel like there's too much politics on social media that is obvious to most of the people that are in that person's group, in that person's follower base, at least for the most part, in local scenes. If you're not a celebrity or an influencer with a huge following base, I feel like there's usually a general understanding among people of what side they lean, about what some ideals should be, and it's usually in reaction to the most radical on either side. And most people aren't the most radical thinking people, so there's usually a general consensus. So I don't feel like there's a need to put that stuff out there. But then my other drafts are just the most bizarre, baseless, who is thinking these kind of things comments. I have one here that says, I would rather do 25 to life than die with a negative KD. What was I talking about? I gotta stop playing so many video games, dude. No, I don't think I have to stop playing video games. I think I have to stop being alive. Jesus Christ. This podcast is going to make me sound so suicidal. I'm not going to kill myself. I love my cat way too much. But when she goes, we'll have a rethinking. That's my water bottle. Don't be alarmed. I don't know why it sounds like that. It pisses my girlfriend off to no end. But what can I do about it? She pisses me off too. I piss her off way more than she does me, though. I'm the worst in her mind because she doesn't like popping knuckle sounds, and I can't not do it. I've been doing it since I was in middle school, maybe elementary school, just popping my knuckles constantly without thought. Nobody in my family, makes a second comment about it. My sister chews with her mouth open. You think they're gonna talk to me about friggin' popping knuckles? No. Chewing with your mouth open is the worst sound imaginable. I'd rather be, I'd rather be in a box, not in a box, in a room full of skeletons, and all I have are like drumsticks. Or like, I'd rather be in a room only with people with long fingernails that are all just trying desperately to scratch a chalkboard. Actually, that wouldn't bother me at all. I don't know what it is, but like the nails on chalkboard sound, or like metal chairs scraping across the ground, like, doesn't bother me. Absolutely does not bother me. I don't have that weird cringe factor built into me. And I also don't understand ASMR. Like, I don't have the physical reaction to it. It makes me shrivel up. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I think there's a connection missing in my brain. I don't know why. But I want it. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine. I'm so happy that I don't have that. I'll miss out on whatever's good about ASMR to not cringe when I hear bad noises. I recognize they're bad, but like, there's no recoil. I'll make the noise myself and not blink twice. I won't give a fuck. So what are you guys up to today? This is now a two-way podcast. If you start talking, I'll be able to hear you. Oh, yeah? Oh, really? Oh, word? Who asked? Got him. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Dude, would you be my friend just based off this little bit? Would you hang out with me? I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would hang out with myself. Like, I think I'm pretty funny, but also, like, I get it if you don't like me. I'm pretty quiet out in the real world. Like, at work, I'm not talking to every coworker. I'll say hi, and that's about it. Unless I like you, then you'll get a little smidge of a conversation. But yeah, if you don't like me, I get it. If you're just like, that kid's just odd, I get it. I understand. There's got to be something wrong with you to be able to talk to yourself I've been going for 18 minutes already. It's probably not going to be an 18-minute recording, because I'm probably going to cut down some of these silences, because I'm taking so many deep breaths, and they probably sound awful. I want to get those out of there. But my man's got to breathe. My lungs got to inflate and deflate. My heart's got to beat. I'm just going to start going about normal body processes. My metabolism's got to metabolize. Jesus Christ. There's a shocking number of references to suicide in my Twitter drafts. Maybe I should go to therapy. That'll be the rest of this episode, me trying to schedule a therapy appointment. But I'm not going during a pandemic. That's unsafe. I'm trying to get the full experience. I'm trying to lay down on a leather couch and cry. That's what I want. I want that. I haven't cried. Oh, never mind. I cried like 2 weeks ago. I cried the day after Christmas, or maybe on Christmas, because I watched a new Pixar movie, Soul, and it hit, dude. That movie's really good. I mean, what, 99% of Pixar movies are good? I don't think I can name off the top of my head more than 2 or 3 bad ones. Cars 2 was bad. Cars 3 was good. I don't care what anybody says. Cars 3 should have been Cars 2. But whatever. Cars 2 didn't need to exist. I'm going to look up Pixar movies. What else was good? Dude, even Onward was good. Onward was really good. But I also play D&D, so that could be a little biased. Dude, Pixar don't miss. A Bug's Life, fantastic movie. Pixar does not miss. And even some of the, like, forgettable, like, not great ones, like The Good Dinosaur, that's still a good movie. Like, you can't give most of these movies lower than, like, a 6 or 7 out of 10. Really, the only one I can see is Cars 2. All 4 Toy Stories are good, and depending on who you are, they get better every time. That's how my ranking goes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are my favorite Pixar movies or Toy Story movies in order. But maybe I'm just cultured, you know. I even like Monsters University. A lot of it doesn't make sense. Some of it's weird. But yeah, it's fun. Made me laugh. I'm just trying to have fun. Trying to have a good time. I kind of want there to be some kind of interaction if this does get a fan base. So I do have a Twitter. Mentioned it multiple times. My Twitter is hold on, I forgot how to read. @_ Travis Hudson. Spelled just like it sounds. If you can't spell it, don't follow me. And yeah, tweet at me. Just at me. I don't think that many people are gonna listen to this that's gonna flood my mentions, just at me. Ask me a random question. I'll give you a dumbass answer. Remember the phrase, ask stupid questions, get stupid answers, alright? But if you ask a good question, I don't care how stupid it is, I will give you a good answer, okay? There's a fine line there. There's a very fine line there. Most of you know what I'm talking about. It's just the couple of dummies out there that won't get it, which it could be you. If you're the only person who listens to this podcast, you're both. I love you, but you're both. You're good and dumb. It's just possible. Good and dumb. What's good and dumb? Is that like chaotic good? Or is that lawful neutral? I don't know. Dude, imagine if girls didn't ask you what your astrology sign was. They were like, what's your alignment? You know? And you just had to look at them and go, oh, I'm neutral evil. And they'd be like, we're not really compatible. I'm lawful neutral, you know? I was born in the fall, so I'm lawful. And I was born under the second star on the right, so neutral. It's like, what? Because you could lie about your alignment, right? Unless they tried to pull the same bullshit where it's like based off when you were born, but you could lie about it way easier. Now if a girl asks you, it's like, oh, what date and time were you born? They're trying to learn everything about you. All at once, trying to judge you within seconds, and then dip if they see fit. They see one wrong sign, dip in. They don't ask you questions to try to figure out if any of it's true. They're out of there. Get the fuck out of there. That was so breathy. I bet that sounded awful. But yeah, imagine if they were like, so I'm like chaotic good. Can you match that energy? Can you match that chaotic crackhead energy? It's like, bitch, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Same if guys try to do it. Like, I'm not trying to just make it about girls. If guys did the same shit, like if girls asked about zodiac signs and then guys were like, well, what's your alignment? Shut the fuck up. Just get to know each other. Just ask them questions. I'd rather play 20 questions than get asked either of those two dumbass questions. But having said that, thank God I'm not single. I wouldn't last out there. I couldn't do it. I don't know how single people do it. You guys just like entertain yourself. You just be happy. Fuck that. I couldn't do that. You guys are way stronger than I am. I got a girlfriend in high school and I locked her down. I said, you're not leaving. You're not going nowhere, sweetheart. Well, I didn't say that. I said, please, could you please love me? Because I'm a fucking simp. Simp. I love her though. So school, am I right? That's the thing. God, I hate going to school. But it just needs to end. This whole pandemic thing did one thing right. And that was all classes online. Sometimes I miss being in person and like the back and forth with a professor, being able to learn really, really well like that. I do learn better like that. But holy shit, not having to get up and go anywhere and like just having stuff due a couple times a week that you can do whenever, that part's nice. Not having to show up to class with an assignment. Oh, could you imagine? I don't ever want to go back to online class, but also, I don't know, man. Why is this due Friday? Sorry, I'm also just looking at my classes right now. It's on Moodle shell. I know some places use Canvas, some places use Blackboard. Mine's on Moodle, arguably the worst one. Swear, it's down once, maybe twice a week for like 5 hours. They usually do it at night. It's like, oh, it'll be down from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or no, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. God damn it. I'm just fucking stupid. That's why I need school. Except in college, they don't teach you what AM and PM is. This guy has these due this Friday, but it also says due week 4. It's week 1, my guy. What's going on? Should I email him? That's tomorrow. Duh. I don't know what to do about that. Also, like, multiple of my professors just gave me their phone numbers this year. It's like, yeah, I barely answer emails. I answer emails like once a day. Just text me if you got questions. It's like, no, that's weird, dude. I'm not going to do that. What's your email address? Check it. How about this? Check it twice a day. You'll still be able to respond to every email. And the last professor that I have, he's like, just hit me up on Discord. Dude, you think I could be at a Discord chat with what my username is right now? Hell no. Do you know what me and my boys talk about in Discord? Hell no. We cannot. I can't have those in the same landscape. I can't have my freaking major course that I gotta get a C in, or else I gotta retake it next term. Like one click away from a group chat where I call somebody up Dingleberry 12 hours ago. No, absolutely not. Me and one of my friends last night were talking about cold soup. You think I can have that anywhere near anything academic. Cold soup is the most smooth brain thing that isn't a smooth brain. You know what I'm saying? It is astounding how little wrinkles you have to have in your brain to enjoy just drinking cold soup out of a can. Cold SpaghettiOs is the worst. I don't care what anybody says. SpaghettiOs don't smell like tomato soup. They don't smell like pasta. They don't smell like anything. They kind of smell like tomato remnants. I don't know. It doesn't smell right. I don't know what it is. It doesn't smell right. But yeah, I was talking about cold soup last night, and we were saying that people who just drink cold soup, especially if the lid of the can is sharp and you're risking cutting your lips, cutting that little connection between your two lips, the side part, you're risking that for some cold SpaghettiOs? No. You're the bravest person alive. You're a smooth brain, but you're also the bravest person alive. Braver than any soldier. Actually, that should be the test. Like graduating military school, what do they call it? Boot camp. Boot camp. Graduate boot camp. Drill sergeant just hands you a can of tomato soup, can of SpaghettiOs. You just crack it open, drink the whole thing right there. One gulp, you chug it. Can't do it. You can't make it. You think you can go to war? You can't drink a can of cold SpaghettiOs? Fuck no. I can't go to war. I can't drink a can of cold SpaghettiOs. It's so equivalent. It's so equivalent. You cannot tell me that it's not. It's so equivalent. Military's crazy though. I can't believe that kind of shit is real. Can you believe that? Can you believe we're not just humans just vibing, trying to explore the galaxy? Can you believe that? Can you believe we're fighting wars about like invisible lines drawn in the sand? Can you believe that? Doesn't that sound so weird? Like, why? What are we doing? Why? Let's just go to space. Let's just learn about cool stuff. We don't need to fight everybody. We don't need to fight because they were born 100 miles away. We don't need to fight somebody who's born maybe less than that, but their parents just raised them a little different. We don't need to fight. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I think my girlfriend's home. I'm going to hide my shame and stop recording because I am ashamed. I love you guys, but I'm ashamed of you. All right, goodbye. Let me tell you something. This man right here, this man is an absolute unit.